Hey, this is Dan Blewett. It's Thursday, September 6th, so we're looking at day 30 of my elbow recovery. So, new things this week. Number one, yes, Dan, I got my brace off, so pretty excited about that. I'm still going to wear it, like I'm going to a concert tonight, and I'm still going to wear it. Just for protection in public places. You never know, you get bumped into someone, a drunk stumbles into you, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to still keep it. I think in a couple weeks I'm going to nail it up on the wall, put some kind of inspirational, motivational saying by it, make sure all my kids and I remember, hey, you can end up here. Maybe you didn't deserve it. Maybe it's not because you didn't work hard, but you can always end up back up on the operating table if you're not careful, especially if you are lazy. So even though that doesn't really apply to me. Nonetheless, you can check out my scar. It's looking extra ugly at the moment because I got some A-stim today. My PT, Brian Jasker, does a pretty awesome job, and he's did some A-stim, A-S-T-Y-M, just some just soft tissue, breaking up the it's kind of gummed up. It doesn't flow very well. So we're working on breaking that up today, and got a little blood flow, so we actually got a little more color in the scar. So if you see the way, talking about scar massage, you can see the skin peels up pretty easy. It slides over the muscle tissue below. When you get to the scar down here, it's pretty stuck. It's kind of adhered to the connective tissue that packages the muscles below. So we got to kind of break it out, kind of tug at it. You rub it with some cocoa butter and all that kind of stuff. A-stim was awesome today. Down here, I actually was plucking it myself, which I kind of do every night. And you can see it's a lot more free down below. And I actually heard some of the scar tissue break loose when I was doing it a couple nights ago, which was kind of gross and kind of awesome all the same. So, as you can see, my range of motion is awesome. Not too atrophied. My forearm from one to the next is pretty similar still, which I'm excited about. Strength is coming up. I'm about 120 on the hand grip meter. Still about 140, 150 here. My goal is to be the strongest testing at 3 months when I go back to see Dr. Kremchek. I want to be the #1 they've ever had as far as grip strength in my hand goes. Now, I'm not going to push it, but whatever I can do to get me back where I used to be, I'm going to do. So this week I've been able to do a lot of extra new rotator cuff stuff. So I'm standing doing all the front raises, side raises, scaption raises that I used to, laying on the back, doing Y's, T's, A's, some rows at 30 and 70 degrees, and generally progressing to a lot of neat new stuff. I'm doing blackburns again with no weight, doing some moving blackburns, and I'm excited to learn. Like I said, my physical therapist Brian does a really good job. I've been learning a lot of different stuff, some things with the flex bar, some new scap exercises, which is something that's always made my training better. I integrate a lot of stuff I learned from PTs and doctors into my training, and this time around is no exception. So I'm excited for that. So stay tuned to my website in the future for some videos of those exercises. We still be doing rhythmic stabilizations, which I've learned a lot about from Eric Cressy and Mike Reinhold, one of their seminar DVDs. And in general, things are going pretty well this week. Starting to realize that it's not as easy as I kind of remember it being. In college I didn't have anything to do except go to class and go to baseball. Now I have a lot to do in the first half of my day before I come in and start training. So physical therapies have taken the better part of 2 hours, sometimes 90 minutes on shorter days, and it's a big chunk of time out of my day. And I try to get a second set in before I go to bed. So I'm looking at 2.5 hours of rehab, and that's before I get my own actual strength training workout in. Still doing my left arm stuff, some bodyweight leg stuff, and dragging the sled with a harness and with a belt. So factor all that in, I'm spending a lot more time training than I had been last year, and it's tough. It wears on you. It takes a lot of time, obviously, and it's just it's a little bit monotonous. So it's starting to the realization that this is quite a long process starting to sink in again. And on top of that, it's still beautiful out here. It's been 89 degrees. I was vacuuming my gym today, and just got some familiar smells and feels of the spring when I was healthy. You know, a little bit sad today. Kind of put myself back in that place, man. It feels like, you know, that exciting time of the year back in May, and unfortunately it isn't. You know, it's September and I'm rehabbing, but you know, with all that stuff, you just got to keep pushing through. And overall, this month has flown by, which I'm excited about. You know, I know I get to start throwing in the middle to end of December, so I'm looking forward to that. You know, I've set that rehab goal for my grip strength. You know, goals are important. Still eating really healthy, and I'm almost off of my naproxen. So, you know, the big thing with strength coming back this week is a lot of the swelling is down. I don't really think I have much swelling. A lot of the inflammation is gone. I'm, you know, pretty much pain free, and so once the inflammation and swelling leaves, your strength starts to come back a lot faster. Muscles tend to shut down when they're inflamed, you know, and when edema's present. So anyway, I think that pretty much covers it pretty well. Give another installment in about a week. Thanks.